Hello everyone. I'm just rewatching everything again this morning. Sometimes after losses, I look even harder at what we did because in wins things get blown up overboard sometimes. In losses, even though losses get overblown sometimes, to fix those will help the football team overall a lot. So rather than just patting yourself on the back. So this is a game where there's some serious issues here that we should definitely worry about. Again, it's kind of like, I wouldn't say a blessing in disguise, but it is kind of that, because we're going to see what our football team looks like without Dez and Romo for a good period. We're going to see what it looks like and see how the core of this football team works. Now, in this game, we're getting ready to get to it in just a second. The third quarter. The third quarter was when we need to run the ball. And this is the stuff that I was trying to tell people at the beginning of the season and during the off season when I was talking about our running game. I'm not talking about our running game and what we did in that first quarter and those runs and all that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about that stuff. That stuff happens in the flow of the game. I'm talking about the running game when they know you're going to run. You know what I'm saying? Even if Tony Romo was in that game and Dez Bryant was in that game and we're up like this, or even more than this because we were up more than that. When we're up like this in a game with Romo and Dez, what do? I give you 3 seconds. You run. You run the football. The defenses know you're going to run the football. The thing that we didn't have that you have with Romo and Dez is the threat to throw it deep. And we didn't even take a shot. We should have took some shots or whatever. But even that was not the reason why we lost this football game. Everybody's overreacting on Whedon. He didn't throw the ball down the field, all that kind of stuff. That doesn't matter that much if you win. Romo didn't throw the ball down the field. Romo runs a dink. Last year, Romo ran a dink and dunk offense, except he could beat you over the top when he needed to. And that was the difference between those two. But if we had pulled that game out yesterday, on Sunday, then we'd be singing Brandon Whedon's praises for keeping it safe and keeping it and running a smart offense, because it was very smart in the first half. I don't know how, when everybody in the stream, me sitting here watching it, we all were saying, oh, the Cowboys are doing this. And we never saw Atlanta react to it or make any changes. So I wonder if that was kind of gamesmanship on their side to not tip their hand coming out in the second half. Make those halftime adjustments and come back. But on the second half, you'll watch this right here. You'll look at the stats and you'll see Dunbar, 10 catches, 100 yards. Whoa, look at Dunbar. But when you look at the second half, there's one right there. There were just little dump offs to Dunbar that really didn't do anything. Didn't gain any first downs. Wasn't any getting busy yards. So those are just dead yards. There it is again. It was 3rd and 23, and they just gave Dunbar all those yards just so they could tackle them and make them punt back to them. So it was really ineffective, and the main reason why it was ineffective is because they shut down the run. I don't know why. I don't know if there was offensive line, but if you look at these run plays, that we did not execute in the second half, the line was getting beat. There was sometimes when Randall was going to the wrong hole. There was a lot of stuff happening in the run game that wasn't in sync when we needed it to be in sync. And the second toll, the same thing I was telling you this summer, the second toll on that, us not being able to run the ball in the second half, minus 5 yards running in the second half, I think it was for us, made the defense be out there in the field like this. And that's also what I told you. Last year, the defense didn't stay out in the field like this. They were chilling and shaking on the sideline. Give me back out there, so they can make a play. This defense was gassed. They were gassed because we couldn't do anything on offense as far as sustaining a drive. And the run game is what you need to sustain drives late in football games with leads. So that is the thing to worry about. Nothing else in that game. I wouldn't even worry about the defense. The defense played bad, so what? that 24 bothered me because of the people who know Devontae Freeman, like I know Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman. You know, everybody was thinking Tevin Coleman is way better than this guy, whatever, from what we had seen. And this guy looked like a crazed animal versus us. So that's a little bit concerning. But the main concern, if we have one concern moving forward, is running the football. Those first quarter run yards don't even matter. They don't even matter. They don't even matter, those first quarter rushing yards. What matters is that those rushing yards late in the football game to conserve victories. That's what matters. So I'm going live tomorrow. I got a house full of family there and they're making noise, but I'll be on line tomorrow so we can talk about everything I'm talking about today. So like in a nutshell, don't get too worried because we have the coaches, we have Jason Garrett, we have the offensive line, and we have troops coming on the defensive side of the ball to make some noise. But if we don't win versus the Saints next week, then you can start worrying. And the reason why I said this is a blessing in disguise is if the coaches can coach and the defense can play defense and the offensive line can block for our running game, then when Romo and Dez get back, we will have a ultimate machine ready for the playoffs. Ready for it. So if we can turn this thing and play like a team right now without Romo and Dez, when we get them back, it's going to change everything. So right now, it's when it needs to happen. All right, like I said, holla at you tomorrow. Live show sometime in the morning, probably like 8 o'clock Pacific time, which is 11 o'clock Eastern. All right, guys, holla at you.